Hello and welcome. In this video, we will be talking about Ubuntu operating system. So far, whatever command we executed, most of them will work on Ubuntu except few. There will be some changes and which we are going to see now. So for that, we will need a Ubuntu machine. So I will go to F drive, Vagrant directory, Ubuntu 18. I have the Vagrant file here. I'm just going to say Vagrant up. If you don't have, say Vagrant init and the Ubuntu box name and then do Vagrant up. Bring up an Ubuntu machine. Ubuntu 18 should be fine. Okay, the VM's up. Let me log into it. Vagrant SSH. Okay, I'm in. Let me clear the screen. So I will switch to root user here. So verify again. You're logged in as root user now. In home directory of the root user, you don't have any files here. And if you check the operating system, you should see it's Ubuntu and you should see the version. So as I said previously, most of the commands will be same except few, starting with the command user add. There is user add command in Ubuntu. If you run this, you say user add and let's say DevOps. So it does add the user. If you switch to that user, you will see some problems. So there's no home directory. Okay, so it just took you to the root directory if there is no home directory. So when you use user add command in Ubuntu, it will not create the home directory, it will not create the mailing spool and so many other things. So I'm going to delete user del -r devops. So you see it says there's no home directory found while deleting and no mail spool found, which you can specify. You can use with user add option. You have user add command where you have some options. You can specify the home directory, but the easy way in Ubuntu is to use add user command. Instead of user add, we have add user in Ubuntu. Let's do that, add user, and it's also passwd included with that. So it is showing you that it has created a user DevOps, created a group called as DevOps, and then adding DevOps user to DevOps group, creating home directories, and moving files from etc scale. So when you create user in Linux system, it will copy all the files from etc scale directory to user's home directory. And these are some files. We are going to see them in bash scripting. Next, it is also asking the password. So we can enter the password also. And we'll ask some other information like full name, room number, work phone, blah, blah, blah. Just keep hitting enter. And if you're good with this, just say yes, white for yes. Okay, now you should see the user DevOps, and rest everything is same. Passwd command, group add command, user mod command. Okay, so that's one difference from CentOS to Ubuntu. Add user instead of user add. The other one is vi sudo command. If you run, we know it opens the sudoers file in vi editor, but in Ubuntu, the default editor is nano. So if you hit enter here, it will open this file into nano editor. If you know nano editor, it's fine. You can use that. But if you don't know, you can just say Control X to quit. We want the default editor to be vim. So we can run this command export editor equal to vim. Now how this command works, export editor equal to vim, we're going to see that in bash scripting. These are variables, and this is setting variable temporarily on your current shell. If you log out and log in, you have to do it again. But now if you run vi sudo, it should open it in vim editor. There you go. Okay, and you can use :q to quit. So that's the second difference. Before running vi sudo, you run export editor equal to vim if you want vim editor. But if you log out and log in, then you have to do it once again. And we can make it permanent also. Again, we're going to see that in bash scripting. Okay, the main difference is package manager. So let's do the same thing what we did in CentOS. We'll download a tree package. So in your browser, just search for tree Debian package for Ubuntu. And you should see ubuntu.package.org, or you can look for other sites as well. And let's scroll down here, and you should see the mirror and binary package URL. So that's the URL. You can just copy that, and you can say wget, or you can do curl also. Paste that. So it should download the Debian package, and to install it, dpkg-i tree. Okay, now the tree command should be there. It's working. To list all the Debian package in your machine, you can say dpkg-l. And if you want to search something from there, you can say dpkg-l pipe grep and the package name. If you want to remove dpkg-r tree, it's gonna remove the package. That's manually downloading and installing, right? But as we have yum in Red Hat machine, here we have apt. So etc apt, let's get into this directory, and you should see a file here, sources.list. This will contain the repository information. Alright, so you have different URLs over here, and if you want, you can add any new repository information. But whenever you make change, or if you want to install any software in Ubuntu or any Debian machine, you run the command apt update first. So it will go and check all the repository for the latest package and create a list. You don't need to do that with yum, because yum will anyways search first, create a list, and it can refresh the list every 24 hours. But this is the place where Ubuntu or Debian really beats Red Hat system because of its software access. It has tons and tons of softwares which is available from so many repositories around the world. So you run apt update, you update the list, and then you can say apt search tree to search for a package named tree, and you will see so many packages which has the name tree. You can say apt install tree. There's also apt-get, which is older one. You can just use apt and hit enter. So download and install, and again with dependencies. So tree does not have any dependencies, but if you want to install package like Apache 2, which is same as h2dpd in CentOS, here we have Apache 2. Well, that is having some dependencies. It says these are the packages that will get installed, and it's also suggesting some other packages. If you're good, you say yes, and it will download the package with all the dependency and install them. So Apache 2 is a service, and in Ubuntu, if you install any service, it will start it automatically. You see Apache 2 should be already active and running. Q to quit, and it should be also enabled. So if you say S is enabled, it's also enabled. So if you want to upgrade all the packages in Ubuntu, you can say apt upgrade, and apt update is different. Apt update is just going to check the list and update the list. Apt upgrade will actually upgrade all the packages. So there's many packages to be upgraded. I don't want to upgrade it now, so I'm gonna say N. You also have apt remove to remove the packages, like Apache 2 you want to remove. There's also one nice option when you're removing it. Let's install this package once again. So we know apt remove is going to remove the package, but it will not remove the configuration and the data of the service or package. If you want to remove cleanly, like everything, you can just say apt purge, and it will remove the package with all its configuration and all its data. Okay, a clean uninstall. When you're installing or uninstalling any such services in Ubuntu, like Apache 2 is a service, it's a network service which will serve the web pages. It is also going to update the firewall rules. UFW is Ubuntu firewall. So these are some differences that we have seen. There are a few more different commands which we'll be seeing in bash scripting and cloud computing AWS, but that should be all for now. So practice these commands so you get hold of Ubuntu operating system also. That's all in this video. I will see you in the next one.